YouTube? It's your boy Iceman Guru, aka Dr. J, aka Mr. 7 Days a Week, aka Mr. Accountability, back at you with another installment on the high frequency only channel, man. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share the video, comment on the video, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Y'all know how we do, all right? Topic, subject for today's video: contempt, criticism, and dysfunction of black people. Yeah, I know. Let's repeat that topic subject. Contempt, criticism, and dysfunction of black people. Okay. As you can tell based off the title of this video, it's going to be a little bit serious, as most of our videos are, right? And so let me start off by saying this. This topic subject came about, of course, due to a couple different factors, all right? So let's outline them. One, everybody by now has heard of the shooting that happened in Buffalo. That was, of course, race-related. A white gentleman decided to go somewhere and shoot up nothing but black people, right? That always get headline news. And as unfortunate as it is, it kind of lends itself to why it is that I want to actually address black people as a whole, right? I had a colleague of mine that actually addressed something that I think a lot of white people feel, but will only say to each other, right? And she's very open with me. I'm very open with her. We quite often talk about race issues, as I feel like that should happen between black and white people, because too often we sweep things under the rug, and that's why we constantly see race as an issue happening, right? Yes, there's going to be racist people. There are going to be people who do heinous acts in the name of race, white supremacists, things of that nature. But majority of people are people that need education, they need conversation, they need honest and open dialogue, right? So a coworker of mine made a very good point. And she said that her father said that, well, you know, what happened was a travesty, but when black people kill each other, you know, like, where's the news headline? And that was a great point, right? I mean, how can you defend that? But I proceeded to say, the sad thing is, well, yes, he probably can see that, but at the same time, he doesn't care, just like black people don't care, right? So white people don't care when black people kill each other. Black people don't care when black people kill each other. Hence why this topic is so important, right? We have to openly criticize and condemn the dysfunction that happened amongst black people, right? Because let's just be real. Yes, the headlines will happen when we see white people killing black people, police officer or white killing black people. Front page news, right? But we've got so used to the dysfunction of black people killing black people when it comes to gang, when it comes to drug activity, you name it, right? That nobody bats an eye, particularly black people, right? So I was just in the professional development, and it was a white lady presenting, right? And she made a very compelling case, and it was a situation that Charles Barkley addressed. This had to be quite a few years ago, when the whole idea about Russell Wilson not being black enough came out. And Charles Barkley made a very key, important point. And he said that black people are black people's biggest problem, right? So we have the black people with money who look down on the black people without money. We have the black people of a socioeconomic status that will look down on black people with a lower economic status, right? We constantly say who ain't black enough or who is, or we actually put on the pedestal gangster activity, okay? Sagging stuff. All this is dysfunction, right? When we go out in the real world, right, we don't see this type of behavior because we understand that we have to represent ourselves in a certain way. But amongst each other, we do it, right? And then all of a sudden we got to be something totally different when we go outside our community, and then we call those people fake for doing things that they rightfully should be doing. You shouldn't be calling women bitches and hoes. You shouldn't be sagging your pants, right? You should be speaking correct grammar when it comes to your English. You shouldn't be walking around saying nigga all the time, right? You shouldn't be constantly fighting with your brother on TV and social media. That's the dysfunction that we find ourselves in. But that is never highlighted. That is never put on a pedestal. But let somebody outside the community do something to us, spotlight. And the sad thing is, I see it in the kids, man. I work with kids on a daily basis. In my generation, parents failed these kids, just like our parent generation failed us. So what we doing is we just passing on dysfunction. We got parents cussing in front of their kids, cussing their kids out, smoking in front of their kids, drinking, getting drunk in front of their kids. Where do you think these kids learn this behavior from? We're passing down trauma. We're passing down dysfunction. Yet that's not talked about. What we want to do is we want to find a scapegoat for our misery. Where now, who's creating the most trauma? We are against each other. Yes, white people play their part. Yes, but not like black people on black people. And I'm not going to call it black on black crime. I'm going to call it black on black stupidity. We got to be able to hold each other accountable. Because we want to diss the white woman who get black men. Yet we don't want to talk about the dysfunction between black men and black women and what we can do about it. But I will. We got to have this conversation. We got to stop blaming outside factors and start looking from within. The worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. And that's what we're doing as a community. We're lying to ourselves. We'll make our money and then we'll go live our plus lives. And then we'll criticize the very community we come from, but not try to help it. These kids look up to us, but guess what they're getting from us? Look at what they're getting from us. So I just wanted to come on here on this video and talk about it, man. We have to do something about this dysfunction. It's the mentality that's plaguing us. The chains are still on our brains. They ain't on our feet and hands anymore. But it's still here. We have to talk about us killing one another, just like we talk about how a white person can take lives and be outraged by that. We have to be outraged, even more outraged when somebody look like us take our life. And we're going to end the video on that, man. We're going to continue to have these conversations because they're needed, okay? But as always, I'm you are me, love always, love eternal, and we out this thing. Deuces.